Hello and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm the executive producer here, John Bates, and I've got a few pre-show notes for you. First of all, I'd like to thank our $25 tier supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, Samantha Bates, and Maureen Montee, without whom we wouldn't be able to do much, especially not all the content that we put forward now. I also want to thank all the people that have joined on with us since the, I would say, successful experiment that was Midsummer Night's Dream. If you're interested in that, go check out our YouTube channel, where youtube.com/Sensaku, where we performed the world's first, as far as we're aware, live stream production of a community theater performance of A Midsummer Night's Dream. That sounds like a lot of qualifiers. It's more just because that's the way I talk. Please go enjoy them, give us feedback, let us know if you'd like to see more of that in the future. If you'd like to support us financially, you can do so on our Patreon page at patreon.com/FSFilms. You can also follow us on Twitter at Final Show Films, or follow me personally at John A. Bates for all future updates and live notifications for our live stream. In the meantime, sit back, relax, enjoy. Every episode starts with me saying, hey, if you like the stuff you're watching, give us money, please.
And with that, hi everybody! That could not have been timed any better. Alright.
I timed it perfectly because I heard you click.
So hey everybody, welcome back to Untethered. My hair is really blonde today. Why are you so blonde?
Why are you so blonde?
I don't know. So,
I believe genetics plays a factor somewhere.
Yes. Plays a lot of factors. So, we are back with Untethered. And when last we left off,
it's way back. It was a while ago.
It's not in
the group as a whole
it's probably been like
decided that Tarn was the best person to get help from. Given the main choice being Tarn and Esmeen. Somebody who is openly aggressive to them, and somebody who simply has stated that he's the most evil being on the planet, but hasn't actually shown aggression yet.
When your choices are Cthulhu and Yog-Sothoth, you pick the one that's going to kill you later.
So, they have been unexpectedly transmogrified into their otherworldly forms, and they decided and told to go draw attention to themselves. So they teleported themselves to the site of the gang war that they just crushed. And that's where we pick up.
Yeah, so wait, are we in like the forms from the other world, or are we in our forms from between the worlds?
We're in our forms from the other world.
From the other world.
Okay.
I have my staff and my robes.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it was like from between worlds.
No, it's from the other world entirely. Cool. So, on my immediate left, we have...
I'm John, and I play Galadir Alnai, the roadie Order of Hermes mage, who is currently in the form of an elf with a teleporting staff.
On my far right...
Hey, I'm Rudy, aka the legendary Super Saiyan, apparently.
Legendary Super Saiyan Brolo.
Broly.
Brolo?
Broly.
Broly?
Okay, I was wondering if they said the actual name or...
They said Broly, yeah.
Okay. And I'm playing Detective Skylar Torres.
Alright. Who is currently a gnome.
Yes.
For no explicable reason. On my middle right...
I shrank back.
Hi, I'm Zach, and I'm playing Dr. David Tarasu, I'm not actually a doctor this time, I'm a paladin. Kind of, but I'm also a doctor, but I look like a paladin.
Tarasu.
On my far left...
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm playing Taro, who is completely sane, and she is currently a fox.
One of those is a lie.
She is a fox right now.
Exactly.
That's why I said one of those is a lie.
On my middle left...
Hi, I'm William, and I am playing Akuma, the Akashic mob boss, who is currently in the form of a black dragon.
Which I'm sure he is only too pleased with.
I mean, the gang is literally called the Black Dragons, so...
And then...
He's become the embodiment.
On my immediate right, you may recognize this is not my father, as it typically is.
Who are you?
They told me to be here. They said there'd be cookies.
Quick, we've got to rip off the mask, Scooby-Doo Scott style.
Yeah! That's my face.
It was mutilated flesh all along!
It was a skeleton the whole time.
No, you'd get the muscle membrane first. It's exposed muscle, not skeleton.
I'm Taylor. I'm playing Eric the Scald, who is currently in the form of a 30-something
Otaku.
Specifically
LARPer.
Japanese culture.
That's what makes it
He's a LARPer who doesn't know that he's supposed to LARP in, like, you know, regulated LARPing areas and thinks that you can just LARP the world around.
Hey, he's a LARPer with real magical power
Like a sword
and like Viking ancestry. So
to cut the bullet.
Hyper otaku.
No,
All right.
And he's about to be right at home.
So,
Yeah. Basically.
with that, you guys decided to teleport yourselves to the site of the tower that you exploded.
Okay, I didn't decide on anything. I believe I was forced through this portal.
yeah, you were in the middle of talking, and I opened the portal up under your feet.
He also didn't decide to explode it. Basically, Dave has had no say in anything that's occurred over the past 24 hours.
He has had to say in the drill that we have going through the mountain currently.
That was
Last
more than
24 hours.
ago.
Was it? I thought it was.
He had a say whether or not we actually went with what he said. He certainly said a lot.
In fact, that's why I teleported him.
Fair. So
It was in the middle of moralizing when we have a job to do, damn it.
you unloaded 8 sticks of magically augmented dynamite here. There's a crater.
Yeah.
Where there used to be most of a tower. Except for the top floor.
Where there used to be a block.
You know.
There is a floating room about 2 stories up. Well, it would be 2 stories up from where the ground was. But there's now about a story basement that is a crater. And you're not sure where the rubble begins and the corpses end.
I lean over to Akuma and go, I do good work.
Yes, you do. It was quite fantastic.
It very much depends on the definition of good you're willing to use.
What did I say about collateral damage? Says Yaren.
That was it wasn't
stepping over.
It wasn't my gang involved in it.
You blew up 2 city blocks.
I didn't.
Don't get into
Like
semantics
I'm going to
on me.
believe that.
I legitimately did not.
He legitimately didn't.
He did not.
I didn't even order it.
All right.
I'm just highly amused.
Could someone explain why you've ripped a hole in the fabric of reality to look as out of place as possible?
Because that's how we're supposed to draw out Rasputin.
Also, we did not do this.
Rasputin likes unique things.
I mean, I ripped the hole in the fabric of reality.
We did not make ourselves look.
We didn't make ourselves look like this, but I did rip the hole. Also high.
It was Tarn's idea, and for some reason, they all decided to go along with it. I don't even know why I'm here, no.
Because I ripped a hole in the fabric of reality underneath your feet and you fell.
Not what I meant. I meant more in a sense of I'm currently reevaluating all my life choices
Because-
for at least the 3rd time today.
Interestingly enough, even though I ripped a hole in the fabric of reality, gravity still functioned as intended.
Has it occurred to you that maybe ripping holes in the fabric of reality is a bad idea?
Oh, many times.
And you just do it.
Yeah.
I think he was concerned about it
You definitely
once.
work for Elrin.
Oh, I'm still concerned about it. However, I've reached the point where being concerned about it doesn't serve any functional purpose. If being concerned about it was going to do something like stop Esmeen, draw Rasputin out, resolve the situation, anything like that, then I'd continue to be concerned. However, it's functionally useless, so I just put that to the side.
So at this point, you've been wandering the streets the past few days, on the lookout for that punk with the guns. You know, that scoundrel, scallywag ne'er-do-well. You think you know where he's at. You heard of this gang called the Cutters.
Heard of, past tense.
And you know,
I think he just heard them.
you bet that they would that he's the kind of guy who'd be involved with them. You found out where their base is. You're heading over there. And then you hear a boom, unlike you've ever heard in your life. And sand is falling down from the sky.
You ever, like, in real life, have you ever seen a video of a depth charge going off underwater?
I have not.
It's a really satisfying sound.
Huh. I got to see a real cannon go off the other day. It was quite exciting.
Yeah, louder than that. 8
pretty loud.
sticks of industrial mining dynamite.
Magically augmented.
Magically augmented.
All right.
So, needless to say, there are cops.
Have you ever been down the street when a building was imploded?
Yeah, it'd be like that.
That's kind of the feeling.
Except instead of being imploded,
It was exploded.
it's exploded.
But the reverberation is the same for both of those, because it's still a transfer of force on a massive scale. It's just what direction they go in.
Anyway, so that's what you see. You're about 2 blocks away.
And there's cops around?
You hear sirens. Cops are coming.
I want to get in a cop car.
I mean, there are many ways to do that.
All right. How are you? Sure. How are you doing this?
All right. So, let's think. I need to use my wits here.
Oh, by the way, do I, having a basic sense of my physiology, do I think A, these wings work, and B, can I breathe acid right now?
If his staff works, you don't see why it wouldn't.
Okay.
All right. I concoct my plan.
Excellent.
And I go towards the sirens. I try to find the nearest police.
It's not hard.
Okay. I go up to the first officer. All right, laddie. This whole thing's blown wide open. Now I need...
Yes, it was.
Quite literally, actually. I need your car to finish chasing down these hoodlums. And I'm going to use my
magic?
mind sphere and ART to make this seem plausible.
How many dots in mind do you have?
3.
Okay,
what
you
you-
can do that. That is a thing you can do.
No, yeah, this makes sense. He
And
he
is there any
looks-
way I can use
he
my
has a similar look
either
to the
charisma
sheriff,
or
but more
manipulation
armor.
in this? Manipulation? Charisma?
Roll me a charisma manipulation check, and I'll see if it'll make your spellcasting any easier.
Okay, charisma manipulation check.
Oh boy.
Is... I just take
What's the
that.
difficulty?
Difficulty on this is going to be 8. Because, what the heck, man?
1 success.
Isn't that...
Those are all D20s.
That is a 16.
16,
okay,
yes.
whatever.
I will remove 1 of his willpower dice.
Alright, and now I get to roll my... what's the success for this
6.
life and ART?
It's going to be 7.
7, yeah.
Or, sorry,
because
mind
it's
and
a
ART?
level 3 thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's mind and arete.
Mind and arete. 1, 2.
So, the magic washes over him, and he's standing there. He's trying to figure you out. Like, you feel like something worked, but not fully, and he's kind of staring at you, really confused.
Laddie, come with me! We'll go take the fight to him!
Alright, roll me a manipulation expression.
Difficulty.
Difficulty 6, because he's already sorta in that. He's
The spell has taken partial effect. So.
yes.
Manipulation.
He's not looking at you like you're crazy right now.
Expression.
The mind
Okay, I
is
got
malleable.
6 die again.
Yes.
Wow, I'm getting a lot of 6 dice here. And you said the difficulty was
6.
6.
So the 10 is actually a 10, right?
And that
Yeah.
explodes.
And it explodes.
Oh, and
Roll
it's
again.
but it's
wait,
only a 2.
why are you rolling D20s?
Because he doesn't have any d6.
I don't have any D10, so I'm just mod 10. So I
We're
just
just
take the first
removing the 1.
Okay.
Would you like some?
So
Or would it be...
I'll say there's a couple people
okay,
who
so
have
you said the
abundance
difficulty
of
was
d6.
6. So
Yeah.
I got 1, 2, 3, but then the 10 also counts. So I got 4.
Yes.
4 successes.
Sure.
Oh. Thank you.
He opens up the passenger door and lets you into his car.
I figure whatever's wrong, it happened right where the middle of that explosion was. Let's go get it.
All right, he hops in his car and he starts driving over, and then he gets towards the center of the explosion and he veers off and starts driving a circle around it. And you notice all the other cop cars are driving a circle around this block for no explicable reason.
I mean, there's an inexplicable reason. It's called Gary.
Do I think that there's, like, being a magically person?
Roll me perception awareness.
Perception.
The cops are here. He's never going to get here.
What's the difficulty on this?
You have mind magic, right? And you're actively using mind magic. The difficulty 5.
0 successes.
That's actually a botch, because one of them's a 1.
Oh.
All right. There's definitely nothing magical afoot here.
All right. So we're all
just
going
driving
in
in circles.
circles for no good reason, but that's okay. The circles. The circles. Circles are important. Stop the car!
Scott, roll me a mind arete against the mind arete going on inside of him right now.
Okay.
You're either fighting Yaren or Esmeen. One of them.
If you're fighting Esmeen, you're in dead trouble.
What's the difficulty? And my 20 is...
6.
Oh,
It's
sorry,
6
I'm sorry.
because you're rolling
Was I
against
supposed to
it.
roll the D10s, not the D20s?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
I mean,
so I'll just re-roll this. Okay, that's a 3. And the difficulty is 6, so I had 1 success from the 10, which is good, and then 3.
Stop tying me. Okay, tiebreaker roll.
Do it again.
Just 1 die? Or?
No, I'm rolling a
Oh, you're doing the
to see what
tiebreaker.
happens. He stops the car.
Alright, I think that circles matter. So I get out of the car and I just start drawing circles in the ground and, like, start telling the story of the ancient circle of Vikings and try to, like, inspire the people around
Roll
me.
me perception alertness first, and then roll me appearance.
he's drawing attention.
Expression.
It's what we need.
I can't wait for him to be in the middle of this thing and get hit by a car.
Perception awareness.
Alertness.
Let me tell you the story of the ancient... As the other cop cars that are still circling just power it over.
9 and 3. So what was the difficulty? I'm sorry.
6.
6. I got 1.
I think he would challenge the front
And
bumper to an honor
roll me
duel.
Appearance. Expression. To tell this story fabulously.
Alright. The 10 explodes. Oh wait, no, that, and that's also a 10.
Yep.
So those both explode. And what's the difficulty on this?
6.
I got
You
3.
tell stories. That's what you do. 3.
use
3.
weapons?
Yes. It's specifically, there's a DOE technique that is used for weapons.
Yes, Yaren does that. That's Yaren's thing.
Yeah.
I was seeing Toxic Brotherhood. With a katana.
Yeah.
Like,
You
park the bullets, things like
you're
that.
telling your story, and they're all fascinated.
Specifically, one of the techniques.
And
it
out of
lets
the
you use
corner of your eye,
arrow with the
you
sword.
see
You have
something
arrow
going
cutting
on in the center of that block.
You just can't. You just can't.
Throw it back.
You can't rebound. The
I
bullets.
see
You don't
something in the center of the block.
Yeah.
I just like the idea. Like
Notably, there aren't any buildings there.
I like
There's
the
a crater,
idea
and there's
of,
something.
you
There's
know,
some
like,
stuff moving.
a fireball's coming. I cut the fire.
Ah!
And
The center of the circle! Charge, laddies! I run towards it.
Oh, speaking of, I need to get my next DOE technique.
They don't charge with you.
Yeah, cool.
He
Okay.
gets back in his car and starts driving circles again.
Okay.
So you're having this conversation with Yaren, and the crazy Renfest guy sprints in. And why don't you describe what you currently look like to him?
I am a almost 7 foot tall elf with white hair that hangs down to the middle of my back,
He's
wearing blue and silver robes with a tall white with a large white staff that has a big red crystal. In the
this
middle
man is like the Nordic ideal of an elf. All right, and what else do we have?
You have.
Gandalf was the Nordic ideal of an elf, basically.
I have. You have a.
More Saruman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Gandalf was.
You have a like probably 7'4", maybe a little bit taller. Black dragon man with full-blown wings off of his shoulders and these angry red eyes and this crown of horns on his forehead with long flowing white hair drifting off the back, and this sort of like tattered wanderer's robe over top of what seems to be this black and crimson garb that is dripping shadows.
And what's on? What do you look like, Torel?
She's a giant fox.
Well, anthropomorphic fox.
Yes, she's a giant fox person, like Kitsune style.
The giant werefox.
And on the far right, what do you look like there? Legendary Super Saiyan Brolo.
Broly.
Broly. I don't really want to call it Brolo. Broly.
Because Brolo sounds funny, but his name is Broly because broccoli.
What?
They're all named
All
after
Saiyans are named
vegetables.
after vegetables.
Really?
Yes.
Goku is named as Kakarot.
With the exception of Vegeta.
Vegeta is
It's
vegetable.
But he's not. But that's not a vegetable.
Yeah, it's 'cause he's the
vegetables
prince.
are not a vegetable.
It's because he's the prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the prince
What's
of all
a Saiyan?
vegetables. Saiyan is a alien warrior race that have monkey tails and turn into giant monkeys when they're exposed to the rays of the moon. And they're warrior.
All right, we've gone too far. I can only handle this much crazy right now. All right,
Dragon Ball Z.
all right, Broly, what's up?
You see castling a dark gnome. That's pretty much it.
Got it.
And
Snurfniblood.
So
Yes.
to complete the trifecta of abnormally tall people, over 8.5 feet tall, crazy long green hair, and wearing armor made of vines and bark, and a giant tower shield in one hand, and then a golden kite shield in the other.
I like that.
And-
I like that the shortest of the three tall people is almost 7 feet tall.
roll me a willpower check.
Yeah, he goes just under 7,
Willpower.
little over 7, little over 8.
Well over
Oh
8.
yes, I do have a willpower check.
There's like the gnome.
Okay.
I forget if it was 8.6
What
or
are
8.10.
check boxes?
It was
By
one
this?
of the
Can
two.
I
I
think
get
it was like
crazy?
7, actually. Yeah.
What's my difficulty on this?
6. It's an opposed check.
Okay.
I do have a baby.
I got 4.
Mine was 6'8".
I think I have.
All right, and then you see another man who is definitely Scottish looking. But he's got like salt and pepper gray hair, athletic build, but he's older. He's probably in his 50s, and there's nothing really remarkable about him.
Yeah, the claymore on his back. There's nothing weird about that.
Would this guy find anything weird about a claymore? He would find it weird if the claymore wasn't weird.
Well,
Like, which direction is the mind alteration
for
trying to
whatever
take him?
reason, you draw the claymore draws none of your attention.
I've come to Valhalla and assumed my true form. Can you see me? Can you see me?
I pretend I can't see him.
I walk over and I walk over just smirking, trying to hold back a laugh, and clap you on the back. Indeed I do, brother.
Yes, I knew you'd recognize me. You see, I'm the incarnation of Kresvir, god of poetry and knowledge.
Please don't encourage him.
We're drawing attention, right?
I look down at myself expectantly.
Fair.
I must be great and bold now. Oh, if only I had a mirror. I'm sure, though, I'd be dazed by my own appearance. Never mind.
I'm going to use.
Welcome, brothers.
I'm going just to shatter his illusion. I'm going to use forces to bend light in such a way that it forms a mirror in front of him.
You see yourself in a mirror.
Yeah, that would be the weapon art would be the one we would want.
Yeah.
So manly. So powerful. It's just like I thought I'd be.
Damn it.
You thought you could deal with crazy. With logic. I hate to break it to you.
I'm gonna take soft fist.
Yeah, logic hasn't been working very much. That's why I've stopped trying.
Besides, it's not like that he's the craziest person we've met today. I
he's
think he
not.
rates a solid 5th.
Do you know him?
Vaguely.
He ran into a fight that we were having.
What
and
ethnicity were you from?
I claim to be Scandinavian.
Where are you from? What languages do you speak?
English.
Awesome.
In Italian, I say, assuming Yurin knows Italian, assuming Yurin can read Italian even if he doesn't know it, I'll say, if you talk to him about, wait, hang on, before I do that, do I know if Yurin knows about multiverse?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. In Italian, I say, if you talk to him about the multiverse, his brain implodes. In Italian.
I actually do legitimately have past lives of Vikings,
Yes.
but I'm also kind of just generic American.
I gotcha. Yaren looks at you, and he says something to you. How many dice do you have in your past incarnation?
3 dice in past lives of
Only
Vikings.
3 dice, difficulty 6.
Yeah, because Aaron's also a spirit mage.
The 10 explodes. But it doesn't explode. What? I get a 1.
1?
1. Oh, and I got a 1 in my exploded dice. Does that count as a fumble as well?
As long as you make
equal to
a success.
And so long as you don't have more ones than successes.
Okay.
His words sound weird at first, but as he speaks them, something in your head echoes, and you're able to translate what he's saying as, hold on. I think the great warrior does lurk there. Just very, very deep.
I am a deep
The rest
warrior.
of you hear him speak in obvious Scandinavian.
Yeah. Which none of us speak, so.
Yes.
Yes, I am truly the deepest warrior.
There's a hole over there if you want to go deeper. I say pointing to the center of the crater.
Can we stop this Abbott and Costello routine?
I've been trying for my life.
Lives, actually, but yeah.
Alright!
I believe we should probably be getting the attention of the cutters at some point, and then
Yes, because we're clearly not drawing enough attention right now.
Can
Rasputin
we see
isn't here yet, so
Can
We need help for the battle?
Can we see the cops circling around?
You hear the sirens circling around.
I sort of point to the edge of the crater. It's like, I mean, we're obviously not drawing enough attention.
Yaren looks at you. That's the point.
Rasputin isn't here yet, so we're not drawing enough attention.
That was the point I was making.
Not drawing enough attention? Not drawing enough attention! I
He
take
does
my
have a
horn
horn.
and I give it a blast. Yes!
Why do you have a horn?
Because he's a noble warrior.
You're thinking on the
All the Vikings have horns. Horns on my helmet?
He looks at you.
Horns for horning?
Not a Viking.
I got the armor and the axe and the horns.
Didn't you just say something about trying to logic something?
There hasn't been a Viking in your family for over 400 years.
Until now.
There aren't Vikings anymore!
Until now.
There aren't wizards either, but... Or dragons.
Fine.
Yes, you are currently in the midst of some very prestigious company that doesn't exist anymore.
That doesn't exist
In
at
this-
all.
In this world.
That
I
shouldn't
just need
exist.
all of these cops to leave.
I can help with that.
I need to make
No.
sure this dark elf doesn't kill me and try to mix me blood into mead. I say, noticing you for the first time and walking away.
You can do that?
Thought
Can you do that?
That seems unfathomably racist.
Could you do that?
That's actually how Casimir dies. I forgot about that.
Like right now, I could use a drink.
Even if I could, I don't think I will.
You hear the sirens go into the distance as all the cops drive away.
I hate to tell you this, but not every black dragon is Fafnir.
And then Yaren looks at the
Are
group
you?
concerned.
No, I'm not Fafnir.
Are you sure?
I didn't do that.
That's
That is-
probably either Esmeen or Rasputin.
Rasputin's not a mind mage.
Which means it's Esmeen.
Why does Esmeen want to leave?
It's a good question. We should find out.
Probably because she wants somebody to come here. Probably that dude with the headphones.
Yes, the hunter's probably on his way.
And they weren't
By
called
the
off by
way-
something else in the city?
We've never really met Galileo. I don't know if Akuma has told you about the mage hunter that's in the town? Mage hunter that's in the town?
We've had an encounter with him.
Yes. He works for Esmeen.
That fits.
Just tying up all the loose information so that it's aware.
Sure. Alright. So how are you going to draw Rasputin's attention? The cops all left, apparently.
Well, if cutters start showing up, that's a good way to start.
Did we kill them all?
Not all of them. The cutters were a particularly large gang.
Just the ones that mattered, apparently.
I mean-
Wildly massacred an entire block.
It was their own oil and grenades.
It happens.
He looks at the crater. That's not a grenade!
I mean, it could have been. If you charm a grenade hard enough, it'll explode very loud. Also, it was their own dynamite.
It was their dynamite, yes. No, it was Esmeen's dynamite.
Oh no, it was Esmeen. That's right, it was Esmeen's dynamite. No, the dynamite was Esmeen's. The crater is the cutters.
So
Do they have any more of these, like, holy hand grenades? Coach could use one.
So how do we draw Rasputin's attention without simultaneously dragging every
Oh,
living person?
I know. With
At this point, also, I would like to remind you, you noticed another person. You thought it was just one of the corpses on the ground, but it's moving. There's a skeleton.
Oh.
Just walking about.
because he previously stated that Raz challenged him to a wizard's duel. Being from the more traditional, one of the more traditional sects of magic, do I know what might be involved in a wizard, in a mage that's so full of himself that he would consider challenging people to a wizard's duel?
You've got some guesses about that sort of thing.
Could I fashion, say, a bat signal that is a wizard's duel challenge?
I challenge Rasputin to a wizard's duel.
Yeah, something like that that could be projected on the skyline. That would make sense for that to be the thing.
Mage battle!
Roll me.
What's the powers for the crew?
Intelligence?
So anyone on the crew can be challenged.
Intelligence.
I challenge Davy Jones.
What'd you say?
Intelligence cult.
I was watching that.
A cult will work. Yeah, I'll give you a cult.
Does my research specialization count?
No.
What difficulty?
Oh. Thank you, Sir Fabi, for subscribing. That is ultimately fabulous.
Yay!
Difficulty, you're hermetic, he's hermetic, so we'll keep it at a 6.
3 successes.
There are several ways. Do you have correspondence?
Yeah.
The easiest way would be to go to his tower, which is floating
there.
above you.
Yep.
And you could send off a message to him, challenging him to a duel at his tower. It's a simple trick when you're surrounded by his belongings to use correspondence to send him a message.
I've got an idea. I'm going to fly up to the tower. Actually, I'm going to portal to the tower.
Yep, you bypass the magic because it's a portal that doesn't care.
I'll be right back. And I'm going to send him a message challenging him to a wizard's duel.
All right.
In the ruins, underneath the ruins of his tower.
Do you leave the tower afterwards?
Yeah, and I'll head back down to them. It's like, so send out the message. Alright, back down to them. So I've challenged him to a wizard's duel. He'll be here hopefully soon. When he gets here, we just pile on and kill him.
Sounds good to me.
You just...
Is that honorable?
Don't we want information of some sort about his collection room or whatever it was?
I mean, I don't have mind magic, but we could set that as the... Oh yeah, Yaren, could you rip the location of his treasure room out of his brain while we're killing him?
This is a man strong enough to resist Esmine's control.
So no.
Yeah, we're gonna go with no.
Could you do it after he's dead?
No!
For some reason, I think his spirit would be
Could
less than
you
cooperative.
do it after he's dead?
He's not a mage of the spirits.
Damn.
I tend to prefer my patients of the living variety.
We'll have to actually just defeat him in a wizard's duel and then proceed to take the information as our prize.
Yeah, that'll work.
At this point, you see
Assuming he
A
would keep
swirl
his
of
word in that
smoke.
respect.
appear underneath the wizard's
find out.
tower,
He wouldn't.
and the form of Rasputin appears. For your benefit, this is a man who
Actually, I could
is...
probably beat him in a wizard's duel right now.
He has your sort of your sort
That's
of
his thing coming at me.
mental thing
Yeah.
where he has to look like an old-fashioned mage, just
Because I have a staff.
stylishly. He's
Might
got
be.
sure. He's got silver hair and a pointy silver goatee. He's got a cap a small cap around his head that falls back to a point. He's got long. It could either be a black coat or almost looks like it could be also be passed off as robes over a navy jumpsuit. And he's bedecked in jewelry and all that sort of stuff. Interesting, he says. What have we here? Tell me. What are you?
Mages of a wide variety.
Gods of Valhalla!
Ignore that one.
So, interesting. I believe I have someone who would like to meet you. He's a collector of sorts. Would you care to join me?
Certainly.
Good.
I thought we were gonna pile on and kill him!
I mean, the duel can come later.
I beg your pardon.
Well, the plan was challenge him to a duel, and then we all show up and show you what's up.
I guess
Well,
I
like you said,
him.
ignore him.
So, I am surrounded by an assortment of strange magical beings and a cosplayer.
Yes.
Yes.
Why? How's that
He
different?
sort of wandered in. We're not certain where he came from.
You actually separate those two things.
You know, you're just the kind of person that would amuse this collector. Follow me, he says. He waves his hands, and the crater turns into a spiral staircase going down.
Like, oh, just a giant spiral staircase?
Yeah, it's just like a drill going into the earth, leaving a staircase behind.
Okay.
He begins walking down it.
I follow.
I'll go.
Alright.
Why not?
You all follow,
Yep.
and you walk into a grandiose private museum, for lack of a better word. You see strange magical artifacts lining the walls, tomes and glass cases. The room is glowing with an odd green light that you can't determine the source of, but knowing magic, there probably isn't a source. Just everything in here is illuminated.
Yeah.
And he walks you down. The collector shall be most intrigued by the group of you, but
Out of curiosity, is this collector's name, whatever the name of that gnome,
Oaxaca?
Is the collector's name Oaxaca?
He raises an eyebrow at you. He's gonna roll a wits check to know if he's gotten in too deep.
The answer is yes.
Oh, he's... Yep, nope. True to his common sense. Interesting. So, have you met the collector?
We've had dealings before.
Well,
I didn't expect I'd find him here.
How did you not? People talk about collecting strange and weird magical artifacts. That was the first person I thought of.
I haven't been long awakened to this particular set of knowledge, so
That's fair.
it's
I've
taken
heard of
some time for logical synapses to reconnect.
so...
Can I use my knowledge of esoterica to know what the heck is around me? All these collected things.
Sure! Actually, roll that and add your 3 ancestral nonsense things.
I love
It's a
ancestral
good thing that
knowledge,
it's a good thing that I called it being Oaxaca because that stopped me from doing like 3 plans that I had in place that I had in mind.
How difficult?
See the book, the open portal,
7.
teaching grab book. We leave.
3.
It might not work with Oaxaca.
Probably not.
3?
Yep.
You can actually... There's several artifacts around here, several of these scrolls that are legendary artifacts from your ancestry, things that you recognize. Ancient magics.
There's ancient magic around us. Oh, I can feel it in my blood. I remember that one.
And
You're looking at ancient magic as well, but I mean, I don't like to brag.
you also sense...
You also bumped the camera.
Yeah, it's only a little jarring, it's fine.
Can you take a picture for me? With the granddad stuff. Yes, thank you. I have to tell the kiddies about this sometime.
You are a good man, you.
Rasputin seems very confused by this.
Dave, yes.
Dave Tarasi.
Yes.
You also see some of these artifacts trigger something odd inside of you. Something you can't describe.
Either that or that burrito.
Feels less like a burrito and more like
Like an enchilada.
occasionally you were trying to practice with the flail one day and you woke up feeling kind of like that.
Like something hit you in the back of the head.
Feels less like a burrito, more like an enchilada.
No, like you were manifesting pure victory.
Man, I mean, that would feel like a burrito.
There's not much more victorious than a burrito.
All right, so so Rasputin continues through the room towards the end.
Can I recognize some of these things as possibly not being of this world?
Yes.
A burrito is
Cool.
such a funny food, but it really is.
Some of them or most of them?
Some of them.
So a lot of them do legitimately seem to be
A lot of
native.
them seem to be from this world.
Can I recognize any of them from the other time we were in his other collection?
Yeah, I was about to ask that. Do we recognize anything? Is there anything here we've seen before?
Let's see. Roll me intelligence wits. That would be your memory. Oh, the cat opened the door.
What's difficulty?
Try to remember another life that's difficult to remember specifics from, so we're going to go with 9.
Alright, so
1,
3
2,
successes
3,
so far.
4.
10s. Just 3 successes.
5 successes.
No, none of them are the same.
Okay.
Different place, different collection.
It seems like he has a much wider collection than we saw last time.
As Rasputin reaches the bottom,
He has a different collection for everywhere he goes.
he smiles and
Hardly.
turns and looks over the group of you. You'll be an excellent bargaining chip with him, I imagine.
Oh, you're not going to get far bargaining with us.
Why would I bargain with you?
No. With us as bargaining chips.
And why do you say that?
Because he knows us. We've already dealt with him before. We're not special.
Really?
I mean, we are special, but we're not the kind of special he's looking for.
What exactly are you?
Things beyond your comprehension.
I will tell him what we are. And see what happens to his brain.
Go ahead and start talking.
Well, we're extra-dimensional travelers coming from a different plane of existence in which we've lived 1,000 different lives on 1,000 different planes.
Oh no, just 9. The 9 worlds.
Coming from... the last time you thought about this, you collapsed.
No, the last time he was drunk.
Yeah, and then he drilled into my brain, and I let him in, and he saw into the multiverse.
That's it.
Yeah, and he saw into the multiverse and passed out.
He was also drunk.
I mean that too. Coming from an interconnected thing, much the same as Oaxaca himself. He doesn't go insane or collapse.
You just told him a bunch of words. He didn't actually have to process it as reality.
That's fair.
You're a madman.
I mean, you could take a look if you'd like.
I'd much rather simply use you the way that I used that senile old man.
Here's another one of them.
I try to read this guy's brain so that I can see if he's the devil.
Roll me mind and air attack.
Oh boy.
Mind and air attack. Difficulty?
6, it's an opposed check.
Oh.
3, 4.
Oh. Yeah, because you're reading.
Also, hilariously enough, nothing of Akuma in this form will show up on cameras. In fact, Akuma doesn't show up on cameras in general because he has Arcane.
Yeah.
It's sort of like trying to dig through a brick wall with a spoon. A plastic spoon.
So, no.
Well,
Yeah.
you can continue on in your delusions for now. Let's go meet Oaxaca.
I beg your pardon. Do you think I'm just going to summon him here?
No, we're going to walk to him.
I suspect he's here already and been watching, likely being amused.
He does seem to be that kind of person.
It is not mine to try to fathom what the collector does. I bring him artifacts. We trade. He has interest in certain baubles that mean nothing to me, and he trades artifacts that have far greater value.
In your narrow view of existence, perhaps.
So self-important.
I said you could take a look if you'd like. I wouldn't even stop you.
I don't think he can. I think his
We both know your fields of magic.
his grasp of magic is far too weak for that.
You think I'm a mind mage?
Oh no, that's fair. You're not.
No.
Even I have that ability.
I prefer to delve into the realms of things that are more
Would you care to show
physical.
me if you can?
I mean, I can't. I don't have the mind. I don't have mind magic either.
I could show him. Or
Wait here, I'll be back. And he pulls out his wand and flicks it and disappears into a column of smoke.
Do I see the tome that we're looking for anywhere? The journal that we're looking for anywhere here?
No.
No. Do I see anything that looks nice and shiny and important?
Lots of things.
Something that might be useful?
Absolutely.
Is it in a case?
Some of them are in the cases, some of them are on the walls.
Which
Can I see if I can open a portal
Galliard
to inside the case?
appropriately
Inside the
guesses
case,
Oaxaca.
see if I can reach into it. This is a test.
Sure.
I'm not actually trying. I'm just seeing if the portal will
Yeah,
open.
it does not.
It doesn't open. Okay.
it didn't open.
He builds count safeguards against his own tools.
It didn't open in the previous location either.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. It's just testing. It's worth testing.
So what are you guys doing?
Looking
He's
around.
left you in this room.
Looking around.
How many entrances are there to this room? Just the one?
Just the one. And it's when he left it closed.
Okay, it
I
doesn't
look
matter.
for
if
like
you
an
can fortify
artifact
it.
that I think will like perfectly complement my my collection.
I wouldn't touch anything, by the way.
There's a Nordic longsword
I take it.
that belonged to a friend of
A sax.
your great grandfather.
S-A-E-X?
S-A-I-X.
Sai? You don't pronounce the X?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or say, I believe is actually.
Ha!
A Sai.
I'll do it
Yeah,
justice. I say, grabbing the hilt and
It's you grab the hilt.
Mhm.
Can't get it off the wall.
I will sit down and take a reading.
I augment my physical strength with my life spheres to yank it off the wall.
Sure, roll me a casting check on that.
Take the wall with you.
A casting check, life
You
on
know,
and arete.
sockets.
Yes.
Okay. Against difficulty
Difficulty 6 because you're using presumably. How many dots in life do you have?
3 in life.
Yeah. Okay, then 3. It's 7 because you're using all of it.
Okay. So I got 2 successes.
All right. You have the strength of a horse.
Okay.
Doesn't budget.
All these items are magically affixed in place. If they were to come off, they would no doubt do terrible things to your insides, namely making them your outsides.
And that's bad.
Yes. You ever thrown up?
Oh, no, S-E-A-X. It is S-E-A-X.
Couple of times.
Yeah. Now imagine as you were throwing up, your heart, lungs, liver, stomach, intestines were also coming out.
That's a lot of things inside you.
Yeah.
Didn't do any doctor schooling.
Pretty bad.
Professional doctor opinion. He's right. It's bad.
You agreed on something.
We agree on
We
many
can agree on
things.
plenty.
That's fair.
We agree on many things.
All right. So you just sit there and wait and play around with toys in the room as best you can.
Yeah.
I want to take note of anything I can see that these might do. The more knowledge we can have of what this guy might be pulling later on, the better.
So Pardon me. Most of the artifacts here are
Yield
artifacts
sexting.
of this world. Anything from this long sword. There's one thing that he didn't notice immediately. It's in a case. It's labeled Mjolnir, which I'm sure if you point out, you know.
Ha!
I'll point it out for him. Why not?
Ah, Mjolnir! Aye, my cousin Thor. Well, really, me dad, sort of. He spit me into existence, you might say.
No, spit like a rap track.
Roll me. Roll. Is there empathy? Is that
He
a thing?
spits harsh beats.
Empathy. Yeah, there is an empathy skill.
Yeah, roll me empathy and perception.
It's that Ethergraph Battle of History just made a cosplayer out of someone.
What? Difficulty?
6.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dude's totally serious.
I mean, you beat that.
I'm not surprised.
So, you know.
You assume I ever thought he wasn't.
Okay. But he believes this.
Okay.
Just to clarify, just in case there was doubt, he does believe.
There wasn't.
He
There
does-
was never doubt. There was never a shred of doubt.
I would like to.
Yeah.
Is there a speaker in here? Out of curiosity.
No.
Okay. No like intercom speaker or anything
Oh,
like
no.
that.
I also want to specifically look around for artifacts from other worlds and see if I can look more into what effect they're having on this one. Like, our whole mission here is to analyze the magic of the world in terms of how
Yeah,
it
that's
can relate
fair.
to other
Yeah,
worlds. So
that-
I'm just going to do some research on that.
That's
in general.
fair. Yeah. I do want to study any of the
Yeah.
artifacts.
Anybody who wants to do that, roll me intelligence research.
I was taking a reading.
I'm assuming my research focus
Research.
will
I get
apply.
1.
So you pull out your deck of cards, and
Do you not have any dots in research?
They're
Difficulty?
blank.
And that makes
That
not
makes
having
sense in
dots
that
in the
place.
knowledge shield makes it a -3 to your roll.
Oh, so -3.
It's -1,
That's -1. Good.
Okay.
but minimum of 1. You always get to roll 1 die.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will put them away.
Difficulty?
But if you're defaulting with a 1 die and you fail,
8.
it has horrendous consequences.
8.
Also,
I failed.
you can't even research this.
Oh.
You have to have knowledge of the other planes of existence.
5 successes.
You can certainly research the artifacts,
Which is
history
more than
of
I
them,
rolled,
in case
which
you
is
could add
nice.
your ancestral stuff to it.
What's difficulty?
8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
This is his thing. Research.
I mean,
7 successes.
Sorry.
You...
And like literally, intelligence research is my specialty in intelligence. All my 10s count for 2.
Oh.
So, this whole room is not locked in this plane of existence. Like, as you pull your staff out and you start playing around with it, your staff doesn't do anything here. You notice his tarot deck is blank.
Interesting.
You find that your mirror shard is just a shard of a mirror. Like, you can tell that they're otherworldly artifacts.
So this is similar to the forest.
Sort of.
Plane.
Well, its effect on these items is the feeling of this room is entirely different. Its effect on the items is.
So
Do I get the feeling that this might be connected somehow to the other room? Like,
does it look like the other room?
No.
So
the other room was kind of a bored out cave and it was really small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this place is similar to the Wood Between Worlds. It's sort of displaced in the multiverse somewhat, which is interesting.
Which makes an amount of sense.
Oh, Rasputin has gotten himself way in over his head. This is going to be hilarious.
That does make me curious what would happen if...
I'm trying some of my magic, not staff at my magic, just to see
Your magic
if it works.
seems to work fine.
Did Tard and Terran ever tell
So-
us what would happen if someone who wasn't untethered died in another reality?
That's not a thing that's
That's
come up.
not a thing that they would have any knowledge of.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that question?
Basically, I was wondering what would happen if Rasputin died in this room because it's not part of anything
It's not.
else.
It's sort of in an ephemeral semi-state. Our magics of this plane still work,
Yeah.
but magics of other planes don't. It has the effect that the wood has on my staff.
The rules of the world still seem to apply. You are in this world.
So he would die if he died in here. He would die on his plane.
So it's
But the rules of the magical resonance of this room is that of other planes.
so it's kind of like a soap bubble, except there's also another layer of film inside the bubble, and we just
Yeah.
crossed over that. So we're still inside the same bubble, but
We're in a slightly smaller bubble,
a sub bubble.
or a connecting bubble.
Yeah,
If there are 3 bubbles connected to each other, we're in the one in the middle.
yeah. It's kind of
So
a
these people are talking all sorts of nonsense about worlds and
I
bubbles.
dozed off.
Okay.
You've just been admiring Mjolnir and various other weaponry.
So yes, it'll be very interesting to see what happens when Guahage comes back.
After a while, the staircase reopens.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Is Yaren here with us?
No.
Yaren didn't follow down.
No. When Rasputin appeared, he vanished.
We've never seen Rasputin and Yaren in the same place.
What are you implying?
How do we know they're not the same person?
The DM's smiling, guys.
That's because I made a stupid joke.
Rasputin walks down the stairs with a small, shriveled gnomish-looking creature with glowing red eyes
Ah,
and
Oaxaca.
a little knobbly old stick.
Good to meet you again, Oaxaca.
Ah, I see. Ooh, plus one more. Interesting, he says, walking up to you specifically and poking you with the stick and waking you up.
Yeah, gods! It's an evil domovoi!
Ooh, Domovoy. Fascinating. Never been compared to one of those before. I like your knowledge. Have a cookie.
Oh,
He pulls a cookie out.
Please eat the cookie.
I do love cookies.
Does he die?
As you eat the cookie, your vocal cords change and you begin barking.
I'm gonna try to use my life magic to turn that back.
You do that.
Arete and life?
Do you have any matter?
No.
You can try with life, it'll just be hard. Difficulty 8. I'm gonna up it by 1 because you're trying to do something weird here.
I get the 1 dexterity. No successes, but I do have a 1.
Well, you one exploded.
Oh,
right?
the 1
That's a
exploded.
success.
Okay, so I have a success.
Okay, it takes you a bit, but you're able to kind of reverse it. It takes you a minute.
Okay.
Walk through. Also drop the guys, he says, waving his hand, and all of you return to your this world form.
Ah, I was enjoying that for a minute. Oh well.
It's not to have too much fun. Can't go tearing the holes and fabrics of reality. We're not all Tarn.
No, we're not.
One
But
day he's going to pull the wrong thread and cause an entire world to blink out of existence, though he probably wants that.
Rude!
Yes, it would be rude to blink out an entire planet of existence.
It might come back. There's just no telling which physical elements of reality would be where.
It's true. So, Oaxaca, I feel like you know why we're here.
Rasputin looks a little taken aback.
We're just ignoring Rasputin now.
Yes. You, piddly one, go away. Rasputin looks kind of angered by this.
I told you it wouldn't work.
They're my property. I believe, as the terms of argument. Yes, have a cookie, he says, holding up the cookie down.
See, Rasputin, what you fail to understand is that we came here of our own accord. We wanted to come here to talk to him. You're meaningless in the grand scheme of things.
an intermediary, really.
Emotional crit.
I am the most powerful mage on this island, and I have been for centuries.
Yes, but that doesn't matter much.
You're not.
Your
You're
time
really
is
not.
up.
I will not be undermined by a gnome.
I don't need magic. Can I just thunder kick him in the face right now?
Come at him, bro.
Can I subtly apply forces so that his thunder kick kicks at slightly higher than whatever Mach 10 he's kicking?
Absolutely.
Can I apply life to buff up his kicking potential?
Absolutely.
Oh, I want to know
Does
how many
anybody
more
else
dice I
want in on this action?
Say, what are you doing, Joe?
I'm making him kick at Mach 10.
Oh,
Every success you make will reduce the difficulty of this kick. Which
Can I
I'm making him kick with the strength of a rhino.
You-
use
will
my
increase
mind
my dex-
power
my
to
kicking strength.
dull his reaction time?
Absolutely. What about you, Torel and Skylar? You in on this action? Are you on this
Sure.
kick Rasputin into infinity action?
Oh, I totally
Can
am.
I-
I just don't know what I can do.
Could you reduce his friction? Like Rasputin's friction?
Well, you've got Prime.
just add magic to this kick to make it just a fire kick.
Okay, let's do
Like,
that.
draw magical power.
Make it a falcon kick.
Let's do that.
And what about you, Skylar?
I mean,
Do you have forces?
No.
Correspondence, right?
You can make my kick go
You can make your
faster.
kick faster.
Well, I mean, I'm already making it faster. You can
No,
make it
you're
teleport.
increasing the mass. He's increasing the velocity.
Yeah,
Well, mass-
with time, yeah. Can you do that with time?
1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
sure, time and
4.
correspondence.
Difficulty?
Should be 2s.
I'm going to go ahead and spend my quintessence
Difficulty
to reduce
2?
my difficulty.
No, sorry, not 2s. Difficulty, so 2 spheres to use, so difficulty 6.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
I'm going to use, I've got my instrument, so it's 5. I'm going to use 4 quintessence to reduce that diff 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 successes.
Okay.
Which 10 successes adding to the damage means that it's going to be an extra 20 points of damage.
What about you, Holly?
9 successes.
An extra 18 beyond that.
4 successes, an extra 8.
Okay, so that'll reduce the difficulty of the
successes.
attack roll.
Well, yours is reducing difficulty of the attack roll.
Yeah.
That's
By
all
4.
yours is doing, by 4.
Cool.
4 successes, time,
Okay.
and
Two
correspondence.
So that's-
successes, mind.
Another 8.
And then yours is making his dodge worse. So there you go.
I need more dice.
Here.
I need just 2 more for the attack roll right now.
There you go.
You know what? I haven't spent the willpower all game. I'll spend the willpower for an auto success.
Sure.
My difficulty.
not?
My difficulty is currently 3.
Pro tip: Rasputin not gonna live real long.
I'm the most powerful.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 successes with my willpower.
So basically, we just used the
I need
the crazy end game full team JRPG team attack.
Yeah.
How much damage did you add?
I added 20.
You added 9.
18.
18. So 38 plus 5, 43
Plus
damage.
his.
Plus
Plus another 8.
51 points, 51 dice of damage.
Yes.
Aggravated because she lit his foot on
I
fire.
feel like this would be a moment in a game where you would get the clash prompt where you have to mash the button. It's gone. Don't worry about it.
He didn't roll any successes. He botched his dodge.
He leaned into it.
So it's just Akuma just kind of steps forward as he's in the middle of and just kind of like with his shoulders hunched, like he's just kind of had too much to do with this right now. And he just looks up as Rasputin is in the middle of this monologue. You don't belong here. Get out. And he just kind of rears back and with one solid kick to like the middle of the chest with like a key empowered flaming foot.
Roll me damage?
I mean,
I don't have 51 d10s.
I'll roll it for you.
No.
Hold on, I've got a computer.
No, you're misunderstanding. That is damage he has to resist, not dice we have to roll.
Oh well, I have to roll my regular
You have to
dice.
you have to roll damage for yours, but the magic that amplify the damage is just straight damage.
Okay, so it's currently
because that's how forces and that's how magic damage works.
it's currently -5. It's currently 46, and I need to roll my strength plus 5 plus the number of successes I got over. So
Which was 7.
7. So I need 6. I need strength plus 5 plus 6. I need 11. I need
1, 2, 3, 4,
14 d10s.
5. Roll that 3 times, -1 on the third one.
Hang on, that's 5.
Basically,
1, 2, 3.
we need to see
four,
if we turn him into
5, there's
paste
14.
or if we skip that step.
You know how sublimation works?
I think we had this conversation when you gave Stan his sword.
Yes, we did actually.
And I think we're getting pretty similar damage numbers here.
1, 2,
Except
3,
one was in
4,
D&D.
5, 6, 7,
Exactly.
8, 9 extra damage.
There's a reason why mages are the most powerful force in the world.
10 extra damage. Get back here.
56.
10 extra damage.
Alright. So 56 points of damage.
Take yours out.
Aggravated.
So does he explode?
Yes.
Let's see how much he resists.
Like I said, are we going to turn him into a fine red paste, or are we going to skip that step?
Damage unless you use the life sphere.
He can.
Like-
because he spheres.
Are all of these artifacts going to get very messy, or are they not?
So
I did like the Voltron cake at the very end.
So here's a thing that I'm gonna have you do. I want you to roll another forces, and you to roll another prime.
Okay.
Okay.
As I click my lighter closed.
Because you may have had some unintentional side effects of the fabulous kind.
Uh-oh.
We kicked him through several, like,
We
dozens
kicked him-
feet of stone.
We kicked him through time.
We kicked him through... I mean, this is a weak point in dimensions. We could have kicked him into another universe.
To kick him into the wood.
6 successes.
Okay.
And he is a man who would probably take to the wood worse than Faust would.
6 successes.
Okay. So
Faust
you were
didn't
able
take it
to
that badly,
contain
honestly.
what
Yeah, he's
happened.
lawful evil.
Your foot hits this thing on an atomic level and splits his atoms. Your forces in prime contains the nuclear explosion that occurs, and your forces contains it, and your prime absorbs a ball of raw energy.
Falcon, kick!
Rasputin is literally gone.
From existence.
I'm reminded of the
You have
XKCD
broken
What If
the-
relativistic baseball.
You have broken the law that matter cannot be created or destroyed.
You know that time when we nuked a dragon?
Yes. It wasn't this overkill.
And now a dragon nuked someone else.
We've brought it full circle.
And no one has to worry about vulgarity points for this?
No, we're in a different dimension, right?
Oh, okay.
Semi-different dimension.
Yeah, he falcon kicked another wizard in front of an evil gnome from another dimension.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Normally, I don't approve of your methods.
You
I can make exceptions.
That felt very good.
That was amazing.
Your foot hurts. By the way,
It's sore. I'll walk it off.
but it's not really good. It's like, you've been to the gym and you're just burning. It's like,
it was a good exercise.
Oh, that feels good.
So turn back to Oaxaca.
Now that that's out of the way.
The cookie vanishes back into his sleeve.
Yeah.
So,
I know, he just annihilation back to conversation.
I do believe that makes him puts you up another rank.
Yes, I think that. Well, it should make me number 1, really, because I just took out the number 1 spot.
Yes.
We are number 1.
So,
Most of this game.
Oaxaca.
So, what can I do for you?
We're looking for a journal that he may have brought to you.
The Journal of Strophonia.
Yes.
Yes.
And Strophonia himself.
As the key to open it, yes.
Of course. Well, you know how I work. Trades of equal value.
What would you like?
What would I like? The world itself. Barring that.
That's not something within our power to give, but
I can tell you a story that'll change your
You
whole
him.
world.
We give you him.
We can. He's yours.
I like how this out of the table just he immediately jumped on that.
Can I just say that I object to human trafficking here?
so do I normally.
Normally?
There are exceptions.
I just said I don't normally approve of your methods. Your incredibly flexible morals is part of that.
Charisma. Expression.
Who?
You.
You guys. All of you who are trying to sell him.
All of us that are trying to sell him.
Difficulty.
Does this fall within my bold charisma specialty?
Yes. Difficulty 8.
So, selling him on selling him.
I get 1 success. I only had 1 die to roll.
I have 4.
Well, it's charisma expression, so.
Yeah, I have 4. Wait, that's one of them was a 2. Was a 10.
Wait a
Oh,
second,
4
wait a
successes.
second. Don't I get to appeal my case to make a pose?
You're in the middle of talking about telling a story.
Oh, hold on.
I will vouch for you.
You hear that, and then the little gnome walks up to you and begins examining you like a racehorse.
Our friends are not for sale.
Except his hands are not quite touching you. It's as though he was examining a figure much larger, broader, and more muscular than you. That's on top of you.
You can sell a man! I'd be too dastardly and dangerous for you to hold on to.
We're not selling a man. We're exchanging a legend. I did work for rock concerts.
Best line of the campaign? Best line of the campaign.
I am a legend.
And here, your legend will continue.
What?
We're a legend.
In your past lives.
In your past lives.
Yes. Interesting. It is hard to get things made by Thor. The blood is faint, but I suppose
What will...
you transform into your ancestor's body.
Alright.
Which I feel like might be Magni.
Like, complete with legit equipment.
Like, you might...
Full-blown Viking warrior.
Are you descended from either Magni or Modi?
No, it's, you said it's... Who is it?
Casaver.
Casaver.
Norse god of poetry.
Ah, yeah.
Formed by the spittle of the gods. All knowing.
How do you spell that?
At this point,
K-S-A-V-I-R.
it's like at this point, Dave just sort of shuts up and backs up.
They didn't prepare me for this at medical school.
Alright.
Did they prepare you for anything at medical school?
Considering the scope of what I've had to deal with, not really.
A mirror appears in front of you and you see yourself.
I'm gorgeous.
And you can stay that way, but only in his presence.
I'm too busy admiring myself in the mirror.
So while he's doing that, so...
What will happen to him?
Not sure yet.
He will be
If I go up the ancestry enough, I could potentially recreate Thor.
He'd become a god.
Oh, he would cease existing entirely.
What?
Heard that, did you?
No, I'd have to extract his heart and his brain.
I don't like the idea of selling people for spare parts.
You would be destroying a living legend of this time, I say.
The legend lived 700 years ago.
I'd rather not partake in human sacrifice to meet our ends, thank you very much.
Human trafficking on your part, I'm doing the sacrificing.
Yeah, we have...
I
we're not
don't
sacrificing
care.
anyone, really.
Oh, you abuse me so much.
You'll not be taking me down. With my bigger body, I should have like more strength and power, right?
You're like a demigod right now, bro.
I find your willingness to commit murder to be most despicable.
Well, they're the ones who want to sell you. Ah! No! I
Don't
love
group
it.
me with them.
Suddenly, cage match.
What?
Walls of force appear around, putting the three of you in a cage with him.
Nice.
Okay.
Am I not in there?
The two of you are popped outside.
I want to get... I'm going to try to break in desperately.
Well, okay. Am I to understand that the winner of this cage match gets that book?
No! If you win, I get to keep him and I accept your deal. If he wins, clearly you don't have the strength to back up your words.
Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, time to be persuasive. Don't you see? He's setting us against each other. He's like the ancient evil villains of old, like the frost giants, like Loki himself. Don't you see that we would be better joining forces against him? I use my Aerte and willpower to make myself as persuasive as possible.
Aerte and mind.
I'm sorry, Aerte and mind. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Is that like an opposed roll or like?
you're
I'm going to use mind to aid him.
Sure.
So we roll willpower, basically.
Yeah, you guys all roll willpower. You're gonna roll Arete and mine. Well, first let him roll to aid you.
Okay.
I'm going to use a willpower
It's
for an
gonna be
automatic success.
Stiff 6.
Yes.
Difficulty?
6.
Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 5 from the willpower. 5.
I'm going to
Roll
use
5 extra dice.
I'm going to use a willpower to.
And you get an automatic success.
Yes.
5 extra dice?
5 extra dice. And a little dice.
How many successes do you get?
And
11.
And this has been opposed, so it's a successes of 6.
It is opposed, so
Yeah.
it's success to 6.
6 up to 6.
Okay. And I use my willpower so I get an automatic. And I rolled terribly.
11.
1, 2, 3. Oh, this one explodes. 4, 5, 6. Oh, and this one also explodes. So 7 so far plus. Let's see what this gets. 9 is a success. So 8 plus my 1, so 9.
Anybody roll higher than a 9?
11 successes.
13.
How much willpower do you have?
I have
7.
How do you get that many? Oh,
Tens.
Tens.
Yeah. What'd you get?
I got 7 successes. Oh, I fail it.
How did you get 7?
I rolled 3 10s.
What is?
That's how the weight of dice.
These aren't the numbers you're supposed to get in Mage.
I know!
Okay, well, your argument was really magically persuasive, but
I have
only
9
Terrell
willpower.
went for it.
I don't roll that high normally.
I know.
I know!
That's why I was making faces over here, because I was like,
Say!
I
I'm
know.
gonna say it for 10. 10.
Terrell, you're convinced by his argument. You shouldn't sell him.
Of all the people to convince,
I know.
wow, I'm impressed.
Oh, no, wait. You're wearing the dog tags.
Oh, I'm about to say,
Oh,
I have the
we're all
dog
wearing the
tags
dog
on.
tags.
I apologize. You try to reach into their minds and a magic force expels you.
Oh.
Okay, good.
Didn't even matter. We wasted those rolls.
I was about to say,
We wasted those really good rolls for nothing.
So
So here's the problem. We need to get that journal for world-ending catastrophe aversion. We don't really have anything other than you to trade.
I hold
We
up
have
my
a-
shield.
That doesn't exist anymore.
We have a talking skeleton.
Yeah, doesn't it? Our,
He evaporated our illusions.
even our special artifacts?
You've got your this world equivalent of them.
Okay.
We have a talking skeleton.
Actually, yes, would you like, what was his name?
Yorick?
Yorick.
I say pointing at the skeleton.
He's on the surface.
Yorick is up on the surface.
York's upstairs, yeah. There's a talking skeleton up on the surface.
It is literally Yorick.
Yes. Shakespeare's Yorick.
Alas, poor.
alas, poor.
Yeah. Would that be a better trade? Or a suitable one?
You could theoretically, through Yorick, recreate Shakespeare.
That is a fascinating offer.
He's upstairs.
York appears in the room. Oh my. Such a strange place this is, he says, walking about and poking at ancient artifacts.
So you're okay with that human trafficking?
It's not human, really.
He was.
A long time ago.
He still is.
Hold on a moment, he says, walking over to the skeleton and touching the bones and looking at it. Who did this magic?
Tarn.
Who is Tar?
We can sell you Tarn.
We just had a conversation about Tarn a
You
few
know who
minutes ago.
Tarn is.
We can sell you the greatest instability in the multiverse.
You literally 2 minutes ago said someday Tarn will pull the wrong string and wipe out.
No. But what is Tar? he says, looking at the skeleton again.
Oh, as in what does he do? Things that aren't natural.
There's a place
I
there's a place on the island called the Clockworks.
He's
and
a
is simply
clockmaker.
dreaming with paradox that has not yet exploded.
Interesting.
We can't really give you Tarn by force.
We can tell you where he is, though.
We could aid you in apprehending him.
No.
No.
we
Two
really
birds with
can't.
one stone.
We can't.
We really
would be
can't.
dead in the crossfire.
Trust me,
I'm
if
not
you
doing that.
sneeze wrong in the Clockworks, reality will simply squeeze you into
Which
a
is why we don't plan around sneezing.
You seem to be taking this sentence far too literal.
You get what I mean.
We would be of no aid
Yeah.
to Guahake in the matter of attempting to apprehend Tarn.
But if you personally would like to go do it, be my guest.
It would be suicide.
I say this because this skeleton was made channeling magic through a particular red gem.
Yes, Tarn has that.
Yes.
I would very much like that gem.
Again, we have no methodology of getting it from him by force.
You all seem to assume that he's omnipotent.
No, not omnipotent.
We're not.
Simply outside our league.
We're not fighting time.
He's several leagues above us, unfortunately. Fortunately, he is not part of the Chaos Lotus.
That still doesn't mean he's not a threat. And, like I said,
No.
if this is a chance to kill two birds with one stone, we should take
He
it.
absolutely is a threat. But he's a threat we can't manage yet.
He is a threat that is beyond us until we have progressed much further.
He is a threat that we now have an opportunity to be able to
Yes.
Deal
and thus
with.
we can direct, well, if you would like, Guahake, we can direct you to him. But we can't ourselves deal with him.
I shall need to investigate this further.
Would you say that Yorick is a fair trade for the Journal and Stefanio?
Yorick is a fair trade for one of them.
The journal.
But don't we need Strafonia to
Yes, we need
open the
Stefanio
journal?
to open the Journal.
There are very few locks that cannot eventually be broken with enough time and effort and research.
You've met Stefanio, correct?
Yes.
Those would be one of the very few locks.
Don't know until we try.
Anything else that we could get you for the key?
I'm not sure at the moment, but I'm sure something will make itself apparent to you. Fate tends to favor those of your kind, he says, looking specifically at Cassava.
I mean, we are still in this fourth cage.
I could, theoretically, with your help, but it would be more effort than it's worth at
We
this
did
point.
just atomize a bitch.
We did, but that wouldn't be useful to Guahake.
That's fair.
It would be more effort than it's worth, especially to keep him alive.
Yes. No real life magic. We need Dave's help for that.
I mean, I do have life
And I'm not going to
as
give
does,
it.
as does she.
Hello.
Oh, you do? Oh, well,
Both of us are life mages,
actually, in that case, maybe.
but it would not be worth the effort.
We'll get the book at least. For York.
Very well. A fair trade. He holds his hand up. The skeleton vanishes, and in his hand appears a rather plain-looking journal. And we're going to take a brief break, and we'll be right back.
We're going to take a brief bake.
A brief bake.
We're going to
brief
bake.
I'm a baker.
That's how you puzzle it.
All right, everybody. We're back. So you see the journal, and then the room around you fades, and you find yourself again in that crater.
Can I catch the journal before it falls?
You're standing in a circle around it, and the journal is in the middle.
I will go to get the journal.
I will also go to get the journal.
I will go
Three
to
of
the
us,
journal.
four of us go at the same
like
time.
a Vanier?
Nope. You turned back the moment you reached the top. Roll me some
Initiative?
How do we roll initiative?
1d10 plus your wits and dexterity.
Is there some kind of willpower thing I can do to increase this?
No.
Cannot be faster because you will it so.
No.
Unless you're really out.
Alright. Almost high like that.
I got this.
My dice went rolling.
I got almost as high as I can get.
Which is better than me, so.
Almost as. I don't have a chance of competing with you crazy people.
Alright. So, what did everybody get for initiative?
15.
15.
13.
6.
5. Are you initiative, or are you just like, what?
You guys do you.
Wait, how did these people get 15?
Add your wits and your dexterity.
My dexterity is 4, my wits is 3, I rolled an 8.
Oh, so you just
Yeah, you
add
roll
the
1d10, you add the number flat.
Yeah.
It's the only time you do it. It's random.
Wrong way. Okay, so I got a 10, so 16.
Nice.
He
All
got
right.
it first. Nice.
If I did,
No.
I would have gotten a 16.
Because there's a secondary effect going on that gives Torel specifically a +4.
Nice.
No.
Pushes
Okay.
it to a 19.
Alright.
Why do I have a feeling that's something to do with Esmane?
It is.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Alright,
Alright.
Torel, you have the journal.
Okay.
Do I notice
what
any,
feel
do I
inclined
notice
to do
something
right now?
wrong with that? I mean,
No, she's kind of quick and hasty. This is impulsive anyway.
all right.
You know where to go.
Alright.
Okay. She takes in, she takes off.
Torel.
And
I'm going to make the ground underneath Tarel's feet lose all friction.
as your magic starts, she turns and in a voice that's not quite her own says the following.
I wouldn't advise trying to stop her. After all, she's only holding up her end of the bargain. But if you feel so inclined as to stand in my way, I have a bit of a present for each of you.
And at that second, all this happens at the same time. Yi, you get a call from the hospital.
I glare Torel the meat.
Home.
I glare Torel the meat puppet dead in the eyes and take the call.
Dave, we need you right away. We've had 50 cases of some strange disease coming in. No one's died of it yet, but they've gone comatose. We're not sure what it is. We need you in right now.
Got it.
All right.
Does he still have the staff?
No.
No.
You get 12 texts. They're all picture tests of each of the dragons with their own guns pointed at their temples, tending you a selfie.
I'm assuming that Hozuki is not among them.
No.
Oh yeah, because I had a dog tag made for her.
Yeah.
You're a dog name for it.
I trust the two of them to be able to negotiate something if things go wrong. I'm only going to hold this up. I'm going to do what I do best and try to brute force an alternate solution to the problem. Full on, just life magic to make myself as buff as possible and sprint to the hospital.
Roll me some life magic.
Do I get a text
Wait,
or
you're
anything?
sprinting to the hospital?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Alright, now hold on, because there's other stuff going on at this moment in time.
Yeah.
Skylar,
Yes.
you also get a text.
Okay. What do you find?
It says, you seem like a reasonable individual. Getting into a fight here could be more dangerous than you know. You know what is, you know what I need, and I know what you need. Getting in her way could only cause harm to both of you. Fortunately, Skylar is far too detached from the world to connect to anything like this. You... I don't have anything planned out for you because I know you'd be here. I'm making up on
Get
the
no
fly.
text. You get mind controlled because he's not wearing dog tags.
Oh yeah, you're not wearing a dog tag. Roll me a willpower check.
We ended up having to kill him anyway.
What happens to me? The other one who's really detached from this world.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. I got this.
Difficulty
something
6, I
special.
assume.
Yes.
6.
Let's see if it's good enough
You
for
are-
me to.
you are willed.
Let's see if I don't figure
I
it.
rolled multiple 10s.
Why does everybody roll such ridiculous willpower checks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Palantir is a
What
very.
did you get again?
6.
I don't care.
You feel a presence invade your mind, and you are turned into a meat puppet temporarily. And out of her mouth, one more line.
And for you, Galadir, the more direct approach.
You hear heavy punk music and a gunshot. Roll to dodge.
That doesn't stop me.
I mean, or you can take the bullet. That's also an option.
No, I'm not taking the bullet. What is dodge? No, it's not actually a skill in this one. It's dexterity. What's dexterity?
Yes, with dexterity you
To
react and
yeah,
dodge.
it's
Yeah.
dexterity to react and dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
And a relevant combat skill if you're doing it in melee, like I would use dough to dodge a
Yeah.
punch.
Yeah.
Or to deflect a bullet.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
All right. But you did do your traction spell, so go ahead and get your traction list.
Yeah, no, I'm still. That's not stopping me from removing all the friction from underneath her feet.
You got 4 successes?
Yep.
Awesome.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes to basically make her unable to move no matter what she tries.
And how can you absorb aggravated damage again?
You can't,
Unless you have life magic.
unless you have life magic. Aggravated damage. Lethal damage, on the other hand, you absorb with stamina and armor.
Yes, but guns are aggravated.
No, guns are lethal.
Guns are lethal?
Guns are
Guns are
lethal.
lethal.
Aggravated damage is fire.
lightning,
Okay.
things like that.
Things that are not things that a human being can normally take.
Good, because otherwise you'd be straight dead. So absorb 7 points of lethal damage.
1, 2, 3,
I
4.
thought you said you couldn't. You can't explode on absorb or damage rolls.
Can you? Let me check.
I think, yeah, damage and absorb rolls. you
Damage
can
and
explode.
rolls do not explode.
Do they not? They might not.
Yeah, because
So-
you can't technically normally soak more than your stamina.
Yeah, so 3. I absorbed 3 of it.
You take 4 points of damage and you go to
1,
wounded
2, 3, 4. Yep.
as you are shot in the back of the shoulder blade.
I still get the thing off.
You still get the thing off. How many successes?
7.
All right. I got some bad news about frictionlessness. So you do slip, but you keep moving because inertia.
That's fine. Now, because I'm still focused on that, I'm ignoring the gunshots.
And he gets a second shot off at you.
Do I get a second spell off?
No, because it's one action for him to get 2 shots. It's a 2-shot gun.
Okay.
Can I deflect the second shot?
1, 2, 3. Well, so you dodging it all, or are you ignoring it?
I'm going to try to dodge.
If you take the bullet, I'll let you cast another spell.
Can I deflect the second shot?
Sure, I'll take the bullet. Unless he can deflect it.
You gonna deflect it after you got that text?
Yeah, that second shot at the very least, because If she has my men kill themselves for me not letting my teammate die, oh, there's a lot to go through.
You're just not supposed to stop her.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. So roll to deflect.
There will be no hell.
So now that she's frictionless, she's still sliding forward. I'm going to use forces to fling her back towards us.
So
Or at the
first,
very least a book.
my spell tuning.
All right. So roll
1,
forces.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4. I successfully.
And are you doing anything to stop him from casting this spell, Toro?
Who's casting what right now?
He's casting a spell to try to yank you towards him.
Or the book.
Can I try to resist?
You have prime.
Oh. So what is that?
You can unmake his spell as he's creating it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can try to get more successes than me.
I'm going to do that.
I'm going to spend a willpower for not a success.
And don't forget, you do have some quintessence you can use to lower your difficulties and willpower to make auto
1,
successes.
2, 3,
Okay.
4, 5. 6 successes. 7 successes.
Gives you an auto success.
How does the willpower thing
You
work?
can spend a point of willpower to get an automatic success, and you can spend quintessence to lower the difficulty by 1.
Up to your avatar level.
Up to your avatar level.
Okay.
What's your avatar level?
3.
Put that in.
So you can spend at most 3 quintessence if you have 3 quintessence.
And you can
I
make
do.
the difficulty. You can make it. Do you succeed on a 3 or better instead of a 6 or better?
4, 5,
Okay, I'm going to do this.
6, 7,
Okay. And you spending willpower for an auto success.
9.
Yes.
Okay.
I have 8 successes to deflect that shot.
Nice. You reduce his thing to exactly 0, so
I deflected.
you deflect it. Barely, but you deflect it.
Well, let's see if I can yank the book or Tarell back to me.
My dough has been steadily improving. I need to up my dexterity now.
8
but-
successes.
One
You,
more. Yeah.
yeah, you go to cast your spell, and she unmakes it, and your stealth shatters.
All right. Can I?
All right. So at this point, I need everybody. So to clarify, you're running to the hospital.
I'm thinking through what my character would do. That was my first instinct, so I think I'm going to... That was before he got shot.
Yeah, I just got shot.
Well, he got shot like a second after, but
Yeah, I got shot before you started running. Yeah.
no, he got shot a second after you started running.
All right.
We still would have heard it though, right?
Yeah, you would have heard a gunshot.
Yes, yes. I
'Cause I hit
noticed
the
a
ground.
gunshot.
And the first shot hits you in the shoulder, and then Akuma spins behind you and with his forearm just deflects the second shot.
I mean, where are we in the town? In the city?
We're in
Northeast. You're
Oh, is the tower still floating?
yes. You're about
That's rather vulgar.
It is.
It is.
It was Rasputin.
yes. Well, the mage who did it. Actually, no. The mage who did it's gone.
Yeah.
It's collapsed.
Yeah.
Does that mean it's falling?
No, it's already.
It's
fallen.
already
Already
fallen.
fallen.
Okay.
It fell when we atomized it.
It's a ruin on the ground. You're about a mile from the hospital.
Grumble.
Pencil.
Moral quandaries.
And as I deflect that second shot, I just look up at the mage hunter. You want to try getting close? I'll come to you if you don't.
He seems surprisingly adept at giving you the middle finger while holding a gun.
It's not hard.
No.
You
But he
with
does
the
it
gun in your
most
hand, just extend the
stylishly.
finger.
Now, if you could shoot it while doing
Waiting
that.
on other
That's
people
a
to
little
make
bit-
decisions.
That's a bit impressive.
I'll...
Just a bit.
How much...
How much
How much
I am
injury
wounded.
wounded. You typically shoot with two, but you only
You're
really
wounded?
need one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, it's still heavy.
I'm gonna heal you.
Like
Yeah,
that.
it does sort of extend
You
this
stop
finger
and turn
by,
around
by
and heal?
default.
Yeah.
I think that's, like I said, just a bit.
All
Just to be
right.
impressive.
Skylar, what are you doing?
Well, I don't know what she's talking about, so.
Do you want to get involved?
Yeah. I guess I'll just do time to catch up to her and try to get the book. Or the
Time correspondence so you can chase her down.
Yeah.
Should be easy because she can't really run very well right now.
Well, she'll get to, I mean, she's continuing moving at her pace until she gets to the end of the frictionless area.
Yeah.
And then she can resume running again. So you didn't actually slow her down at all.
Would she not stumble? I imagine you would stumble because you don't have the friction to stay up.
But yes, but you stumble at the speed you were going. Nothing's stopping you from moving
Yes, but you get
forward.
to the end of the frictionless area flat on your face.
That's what I'm...
Yeah, and then grind into the dirt, yeah.
And then grind into the dirt. Then you get up and start running. Which that is slower than...
Slightly.
It's like...
If you were up
sure, if you slip on ice, you're going to be going fine for a second, but...
Eventually you hit the wall.
Yeah, but ice, unlike cartoons, ice does slow you down.
Yeah.
Are you rolling initiative for killing this mage hunter now?
You're rolling initiative to, figure out what's going on. And you are compelled to stop them from stopping her. So Skylar's currently going after her, and he is casting spells. So you just want to stop him from casting spells.
I'm going to grapple him to the ground then.
Alright, so everybody roll me initiative.
I just rolled my initiative. It is 17.
15.
10.
Yeah, D6 plus D10 plus Dex and Wits.
And Toro?
11.
So who's got the highest initiative?
17.
Alright. So you go first. Roll me perception awareness, sorry.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. What difficulty?
Difficulty... How many spheres do you have in a cult?
1.
Difficulty 7.
1 success.
There was something weird about that bullet. It's unleashing something into your body.
Okay, that's fun.
But it doesn't hurt any more than a bullet normally would.
Yeah, no, that's... if I see Dave coming towards me, I will go, Dave, get this thing out of me! As I, I'm going to, once again, try forces to...
Yank her back?
To yank the book back.
Yank the book specifically?
The book specifically.
Alright.
Basically, yank it out of her hands and have it fly towards me.
Alright, so roll to do that.
4, 5. Spending a willpower for another success.
Okay.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Alright.
No turns.
Torel, what are you doing? You feel magic start to wrap around the book and try to pull it away from you.
I'm gonna try to stop it.
Alright. Roll me your prime. Who's next in initiative order?
Eventually, I'm
I
going to
was
stop
15.
I'm going to stop trying to take the book and just kill Toril.
What?
I was 15.
The quintessence thing, that was just for the last time. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's 6 now.
Yeah, difficulty 6. You can still spend another willpower to get an auto success. You said you're going to try to tackle her to the ground?
Yeah, I'm going to...
Let's see if this book pull succeeds or not.
Yeah, actually, if the book starts going, I might grab the book.
3 successes.
3 successes? Okay, so roll me strength to hold on to the book. Strength, strength, stamina.
The strength of the book, the strength of the pull would be 12.
I'm going to reduce the number of successes she got, so 6.
Two successes.
Okay. So the book is flying back. So
I should be compelled to get the book, right?
Yeah.
So I would just lunge for the book and grab it.
Alright.
And I'm going to use life magic to accelerate myself as fast as possible to get the book.
Alright, roll me your life.
What's the success on this?
6.
What? Yeah.
Sure. To augment yourself, I think is actually 3.
Yeah, three
so
spheres for
7.
augmentation.
So 7.
Okay, so this one explodes.
Well, for dramatic augmentation. For stuff like I only need 2 spheres to catch
Just
bullets.
one.
Just one? Okay, so add 1 to your strength athletics to try to grab it and yank it out of his pull.
Okay, strength and athletics.
Yes.
Yeah, because there is a force affecting
Yeah.
it. It's not just
Yeah.
flying. It wasn't just tossing.
Right. And the difficulty on this?
You, difficulty 6, and you have to beat his 6 rolls. Or his 6 to get it. If you tie, it'll stop moving, but you're able to move it yourself. It'll
Is
speed
this a 10
stop.
or is this a 1? I'm guessing
If it's got a 1 in front of it, it's a 1.
Yeah,
If
okay.
it's just a 0, it's a 10.
So, 3. So, no.
You grab the book.
Oh, no, 3 plus the... how many life did I...
You added a
one?
dice to the roll.
You add
Oh.
another die.
2.
You slow the book down as it goes back. And... Okay. You feel the thing float. You feel this weird sensation course through you a little bit more.
I can. Yeah.
So that's 15. 14.
Yep.
You both of you? What are you two doing?
How far away is the mage?
Or the mage.
The mage hunter?
The mage hunter?
He's on the top of a building, like a block away. So he's a good 200 feet.
Probably can't clear that before he goes to shoot again.
Also, you did hear me say, "Get this thing out of me," so maybe you understand there's something weird with the bullets.
What are you doing, Skylar?
So is the book still on the way to him?
It's to him by now.
It's to him
It's
by
got
now.
a guy hanging off of it.
Okay.
I would...
Oh yeah, he's holding onto the book.
Oh, right, yeah, you're gonna try and resist this, aren't you? I'm gonna...
It'd be easier for me to get away if there's not somebody hanging on the book.
Yeah, but he's gonna shoot again.
Yeah.
I will... If you can handle him,
Yeah.
I will use my time and life and mind magic to heighten my senses right now to better prepare for when I need to catch his next set of shots.
Okay. As your senses are heightened, you receive another text message.
I'm not looking at it right now because it's probably just dead bodies.
With three in mind, I can do the mind blast.
In
right?
which case, Esmeen has sealed her fate.
Pardon?
With 3 in mind, I can do the mind blast, right? Is that?
Yeah.
Then I will mind blast it.
All right.
Okay, so I'm getting 5 extra dice on my next bullet catch.
Now, are you going against his willpower, or are you going against the mind magic that's inside of him?
It depends on who he's attacking. Is he trying to break the spell or just blast this person in the brain?
I'm trying to blast this person in the brain. So, yeah, I'm gonna, roll me willpower against this.
Yeah, he's
Wait, I have to make a will save, but I'm
He's attacking the meat puppet. He's not attacking the puppeteer.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's just willpower that I rolled. However many dots I had in that. I had 3 of them at 6 or better.
Such
Okay.
easy cousins.
I have 4 at 6 or better.
You get stunned and you collapse to the ground.
Okay.
I'll be back up in a minute. Don't worry. And what were you? And you're prepping yourself.
I get 5 extra dice on my next attempt to catch a
All right.
bullet. To catch bullets
13, 12,
for the next round.
11, 10,
I was 11.
11. What are you doing?
Going after the book.
Okay. How so?
Slow.
I'll try to accelerate myself and
How?
On friction?
Forces.
You don't have any forces.
I don't have forces.
You don't have forces or correspondence.
Wish I still had my staff.
It's a very useful step.
I mean, you could make a direct attack if you want to.
You know, just the second she ran away. Just
Yeah, I
hold
should.
her.
You don't have to shoot to kill.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
She is the one that's has stabbed me on multiple occasions. Wait, no. Have you stabbed me?
I haven't stabbed you.
I think you stabbed me like once or twice, but I think you were intending to stab Duncan.
Yeah.
Because I was in the way. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she'll attack Galadir.
Alright, with what?
Wizard duel.
How far away am I from him?
You went to a sprint, you've been sliding away, you're probably 60, 75 feet off.
Okay. Do I have to touch him to use life magic?
Nope.
I want to try to pull the life from him.
You going for lethal, or are you just trying to
lethal.
incapacitate?
Lethal, yes.
Okay. Roll me life.
Willpower time.
This is going to be actually because she's attacking your life essence.
Willpower is typically what you use to resist magical effects.
Okay.
Because yes, she's attacking my life essence, but she's attacking my life essence that I am roughly magically empowered to protect.
Fair enough.
You might rule that he can add his stamina to it because that represents his life essence.
Yeah.
But usually willpower is the baseline.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, you might say add your stamina to it, or
Just do your willpower.
6.
6 successes?
Well, I can succeed against that. Let's see if I will. 6. 2 successes.
Well, that explodes.
2 successes.
All right.
Life has a slightly different damage track than forces.
Yes.
Yes, but it also hurts a lot.
Where is the damage track? There's a purring cat.
There
It's
is.
a very awkward
A very
purr.
loud purr.
Yes, Lily purrs very loudly. I dare say the viewers at home may be able to hear it.
Yeah, they might.
Because Lily can't roar.
No. Life damage is just... Oh, hang on. Characters can't soak damage that's inflicted directly by life, mind, or height. Yeah, life just can't be soaked. That's
Cool.
that's the thing about life, is you can't soak it.
All right. So I got some bad news for what just happened to you.
Dead.
I am really sorry. I honestly didn't think she'd kill you.
So I reduce it by 2, which makes it 4.
Yep.
I only had 3.
Can you
I
burn a
died.
willpower?
I don't know if you can burn a willpower to stay alive. In
You
this.
can
can a werewolf.
I mean, you can burn willpower to not die, like lose a dot.
Yeah, you could burn a willpower to force a success on this save.
Sure, I'll burn a willpower to stay alive.
Okay.
So my willpower is now down to... I need an eraser. My willpower is now down from 7 to 6.
Yep. So as you draw for his life essence, you feel an adamant will, and you hammer it. You collapse in pain and agony, and you're not going to be very useful for a little bit.
Can I still function? Or am I just gripping this book?
You're gripping this book.
Okay.
What the last thing you were trying to do is the only thing you are capable of doing in this second.
Cool. I am cinched around the book right now with 3 levels of aggravated damage.
Incapacity.
At which point, Akuma probably shouts, "Torel, do you mean to turn against me?"
Okay, so 11, 10.
10.
All right.
Yeah, because your incentive's going now.
So I see him shout that. Do I see any kind of reaction from you?
Does she still have control of her mind?
Yes.
Okay.
So do I see a moment of hesitation on your face?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not going to try to give you cataracts or do horrible things to you, because you almost pushed me to the limit right there. I'm gonna keep him from dying.
Please.
He's stable at the second.
There's still a gunman who's about to be shooting at him.
He
So
also
Yeah.
said something about a bullet and
Yeah, I also said
leaky
get this
bullets.
thing out
So
of me.
I'm going to position myself between him and the gunner. Just
Well, he's
straight up.
between me and the gunner.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he is?
Between
standing.
me
He's
and
going to do
her.
a better job.
Yeah.
than you.
Between me
Okay.
and him.
And you still got the hospital.
Trouble is, I really don't know what Esmene's interpretation of me helping in this situation is going to be. And I also don't trust Esmene to not kill them anyway. That's the problem. The problem is, yes, I want to save those people. The problem is that I legitimately don't think I can. Because I don't trust her one bit. I'm going to heal him because I see someone dying. And that's all I care about right now. So, I'm going to try to get that bullet out of him, because that's going to do nothing but bad stuff.
So you're going to use life and matter to extract a bullet, or are you going to just heal him?
Life matter to get that bullet out.
All right.
Or you could heal me first and get the bullet out later, but that depends on priorities. 'Cause
Do
I
these
have-
wounds look like he's spontaneously going to die within the next several seconds?
If I get shot again.
I mean, assuming nothing else happens.
I mean, you've seen plenty of people get into gang fights and come out with bullet wounds like this, and it's bad. But
I'm mostly talking... Yeah.
if
So,
he would have to be laying without any sort of help for quite a while on the ground.
I
Yeah.
will note that I
To
can
bleed
only do the willpower. I can only do the burn of willpower thing once an encounter.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, the bullet is the only unknown here. Well, aside from the fighting, but I can't do anything about that. So I'm going to remove the unknown and extract the bullet.
That's fair.
So, life matter. Difficulty?
I always think out here
Extracting a
we
bullet's
die
pretty easy
clutching a
too.
book.
2? Oh, nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 successes.
6 successes.
I'm not affecting the bullet directly, though. I want to affect the
Like,
flesh around
force
the
the
bullet.
muscle to push it out.
Yeah, just sort of hard. Basically, I'm going to turn the bullet wound into an esophagus and swallow it out of his body.
Or Wolverine it. Just the muscle regrows in such a fashion to push the bullet out.
Same general idea.
Okay. I like
Not
the,
affecting
I
the
like way
bullet
you-
directly,
I
though.
like the way you think. Because you're about to have a very bad day.
Because I affected the bullet directly once. And that was... I affected that guy once with magic, and it did not turn out well for me.
So even touching around the bullet is weird, but as the bullet comes out, so does acrid green blood that sizzles as it hits the ground. There was a single drop of demon blood in that bullet.
Is that starting to go through his bloodstream now?
No,
Okay,
Forced it
good.
out with that.
because you forced it out.
Good. I'm going to start healing him now.
Oh, on your next turn.
On the next
Yeah.
turn. Right now, I'm assuming this guy has another shot to take.
The gunman looks over the group, and he's pointing his gun, and he's waiting. You feel a presence in the back of your head, but you're able to do what you want for the moment.
I can do my own thing.
Yes. So, what is everybody doing?
Dying slowly.
You're not dying anymore.
That's why I said slowly.
So at the
Everyone's dying off.
True. Not if you're power enough life mage.
what's around me rebel wise?
Anything you could possibly imagine.
Everyone's on a building.
I would like to take a piece of metal rebar and hurl it like a javelin for the mage and augment it to
Mage
basically be a railgun
Mage
shot.
hunter.
Mage
The
hunter.
mage hunter, yeah.
Clarify, because the mage is also an
Yeah,
adversary.
to the mage hunter. And
The moment you pick it up, he vanishes.
good.
Drops into the building he was at.
So I pick it up, he vanishes, I turn to Tarell, and just wait with the javelin in my hand.
What are the rest of you guys doing? We know what Gavin is doing. He's got a book.
Dying slowly huddled around a book,
Dying slowly, clutching a book, yes. Healing me.
attempting to make you not die while you hold said
Go over
book.
to him and handcuff him.
Can't hear me?
So you're coming out of like a deep sleep feeling, and someone puts handcuffs on you.
What?
This is probably
No, let me help! Let me help!
This is probably not the first time you've had handcuffs on.
I'm myself now. It's gone. It's gone. Let me help him heal him.
And I sense that if that's true.
Roll me perception empathy.
I still have my reaction time enhanced until the end of
5.
this round. So,
5 successes.
Yes.
All right. And I handcuff him.
All right, I'm going to use my
actually, the end of this next
life
minute,
magic
actually.
to augment his life magic, but I'm going to let him direct the
Cool.
the spell
Yeah,
casting.
healing.
Healing. Rolling on healing.
Rolling on supporting healing.
The damage track is the same on healing, I believe. So let me pull that up.
3, 4.
I think he's healing damage.
5
That's-
successes for me.
What'd you get?
4
That's
successes.
the health. Oh, here it is.
So roll an additional 4 dice.
No, that's
That's not
Me roll an additional 4 dice?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not.
I thought he was doing the healing.
Oh, you're doing healing? So you roll an additional 5 dice.
Yes.
Roll it 5 dice. Cool. That was. What was that? 4 successes? Okay. 4 successes. Roll additional 4. Wait.
You might have to go to life.
1,
magic and everything.
2, 3. 3 successes. 3 more. That'd be.
7 successes?
Yeah.
Alright. So your damage goes from lethal damage to you now are at hurt.
Does it affect the aggravated damage at all from the entropy?
Pardon?
Does it affect the damage from the entropy at all?
No.
Okay. So it just removes all the lethal damage.
Yeah.
So you still got 3 aggravated damage.
Yeah.
So
So I'm now injured.
So you're healing.
Aggravated
Skylar,
damage.
you were kind of on the handcuffs. Terrell and Akuba.
Terrell.
Tarl's gonna try. Does she still have the urge that she needs to get the book right now?
You know what you need to do. You don't have to it's not like I have to kill to do it. It's just I need to do this at some point.
Okay.
Does she have her dog tag on still? Can I see it?
Yes. You can see the chain from under.
Which
her.
means that this is her. She's acting under her own initiative. She's not controlled, as far as we're aware.
I ask again, do you mean to turn against me?
No.
Then stop.
She's still sliding backwards.
Your spell ended when you went.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but she's flat in her face.
Esmeen has just killed, I'm going to check my phone in a second, the entirety of my group of men.
So what
she
you
has
see
sealed her fate.
from the pictures, none of them are dead, but they've all shot themselves in various places: the foot, the arm, and one of them has sent you a message with, "I don't make idle threats. Don't push me again."
Her fate is sealed.
She did make an idle threat, because the threat was that they would shoot themselves in the head.
It's an idle threat, just a slightly lazier than expected threat.
It's like, if you're going to threaten to pull the trigger and you didn't pull the trigger, then that's an idle threat.
Also, don't get rid of your point of leverage like that.
I mean, you don't normally know. But if it's not working...
She'll put up her hands like in surrender.
If you mean to go down with her, I will not stop for you.
So at this point, what's the name of your of Gora in this world?
Hozuki.
Hozuki comes rushing in.
You alright?
Yes. She looks at the group,
Am I awake?
kind of very concernedly. Are you okay?
For the most part.
She's got her gun out and she's looking around.
Am I awake?
Not yet. You've reached the point where you're cognizant of what's going on around you. You just can't
Okay.
respond.
I want to use a little bit of mind to see if the presence is still in his head.
Sure, roll me a mind.
That was the thing I need to do once I'm awake.
Ooh, difficulty?
Sensing mind, it's 5. It's
4.
I
5
just-
successes?
I sort of wave
Yes,
I sort
it's
of
there.
wave
there?
Hozuki over and
Go on
just
then.
kind of wrap an arm around her in a hug, all the while looking at Tarell like this is what she just threatened me with.
I'm going to stand up from where I'm tending to Galadier. Put him back in handcuffs. There's still a mental influence on him. We need to make sure that that can't be taken advantage of. Akuma, make sure he stays stable. I've got a hospital to get to. Make sure she doesn't do anything. I'm sure I can trust you to that now. I'm gonna run to the hospital.
Okay.
Presence still in my mind.
It's what I sensed. I leave.
I'm gonna try to use mind magic to sense where the presence is coming from.
Have at it.
And he goes up. He goes unconscious.
Better than the alternative of being mind controlled.
Oh, yeah.
What's the difficulty on this?
Your sensing magic? 5.
And it tends to only explode once, right?
They can explode as many times as you roll 10.
5.
5 successes?
Yes.
Alright. Roll me a willpower check.
Six and better is the one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And this one explodes. So 3. 3.
You start to trace it, and then your mind is wiped of where you just saw it was.
She's hiding herself.
So is somebody gonna put him in handcuffs?
Yes.
Ugh, not again. This is as bad as at the museum.
Which museum?
All the museums.
Okay. You go up to the hospital?
Yes.
Okay.
Begin running.
Upon going there, you find that there are 50 people who are comatose. But stable now.
Start doing my thing. Try to oust any long-term Try to track down what their long-term magical influences are. And then try to see if I can start ousting them.
What do you mean?
So, I want to figure out if there's some kind of mind magic on them. That's
All right,
usually what
roll
it tends to be.
Roll me your mind.
Mind power.
No.
Should be in just a moment. Soon as this gets resolved.
Difficulty?
5, you're just sensing.
Cool. 1, 2,
Akuma is basically
4.
keeping watch over
5.
Galadier.
There's no mind magic on them.
Can I look at the physical symptoms, see what's going on?
Sure.
As far as that?
Medicine.
Intelligent medicine?
Yeah.
Cool. Yoink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes?
So, from what you can gather from the tests that have been done and what you can kind of peer into, there is an infection of some kind, some sort of bacteria that has never been documented of any kind before. It appears to be lodging itself into the nerve synapses and blocking the nerve flow.
Vocal cord parasites.
Rendering them paralyzed.
So,
You speak.
have we managed to isolate?
And it's oddly ignoring blocking off function to the heart or lungs.
So, have we managed to get any samples of it in blood tests or something?
It's been like 30 minutes.
Okay.
If you speak, they start reproducing rapidly.
Yeah.
Specifically, isn't it?
That's it.
I'm gonna try to
If you speak
see.
the language they're encoded to.
I'm gonna try to see about. Well, first off, I want to know if esoterica. Know if this is some kind of
That's my client.
established magical thing.
Yeah, knowledge, knowledge
Speaks
occult
Navajo
or
to
esoterica.
Kotaku at one point.
Cool.
in the game.
Difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6. That's 2 successes. Esoterica.
This is a magical plague.
When Ishmael hit her with 2 cans of.
Clearly, Esmeen is a mistress of plagues as well as the mind.
I mean, yeah. It's Metal Gear.
How big of a deal are we dealing with here?
Kotaku can still breathe fine.
You could try to raw out magic her to destroy it, but that may make it worse. But right now it appears to be in a dormant state.
But
To what extent does this follow any kind of logical rules of medicine?
Kotaku's not the person people talk
Not at all.
They talk about alcohol fruits in their skin.
I want to try to see about if I
he doesn't
can
breathe. He photosynthesizes.
collect and isolate any kind of small sample of it,
Through the suit
and then
attached to the
figure out,
parasites.
because they are still living bacteria,
They
right?
are.
Big.
I want to see if I can extract and isolate some of them, and then
That's why
with life magic,
Even if that is
try
an excuse, you
to
have in-universe resolve
pinpoint
once they get naked all night.
exactly what they are. Specifically, basically, I want to develop a magical antibody spell for them.
That's going to take you a long time. So,
I
that's
can
gonna be
start
your
on
shoulder
this.
Solid
hospital.
ridiculous.
Yes.
All right, so back at Ground Zero,
You must have no worries.
regain
Who, me?
cognizance.
Akuna Matata.
You don't speak Japanese.
You've never had a headache this bad in your life, and you've been on some weird stuff.
Yeah, but focusing down, do I know how to plane walk? Do I know what is required for me to move back to the...
What would that
working
translate? I don't know which part
Yes.
of Hakuna Matata is
But I
actually
do
know
have
which
to
one is
take this
worries, or
book.
like what it actually translates to. Because I know it doesn't actually mean no worries as a
You
game.
don't know. You don't know. You don't know enough about the book. You haven't had a chance to research or study it. This is your first time touching it.
But I'm assuming that it has gone through a similar transition before. Because it's here and not wherever. Do I think, like, as I recall, when you plane shift, your instance of reality pauses? So, like, could I go to the Wood Between Worlds, see if it works, and if it doesn't come back? Without any amount of time really having passed?
Well, yeah, because remember, time in this world does not pass while you're in the world.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to take the book
It
to
would
the,
be
to the Wood Between
demon
Worlds.
problems.
You vanish, and you don't have it with you, and you're in the wood.
Okay, I'll go
Because
then. Back to
Hakuna is
where I was
there is not
touching it
here,
still.
and Matata is the plural form of problem. So Akuma Matata would be demon problems.
Demon problems.
Sounds like
In that case, I want to, while I'm still huddled around it, I want to use sleight of hand to get it into my bag.
Tome.
How big is it?
Tome.
I'm wearing a messenger bag.
Like family Bible.
Okay, so massive.
Yes.
No,
No, when you're huddled around it, you are
okay.
Huddled
So I
around.
can't, hiding it's going to be difficult.
Like thing that sits up at a lectern, kind of like.
yeah.
Gotcha. Well, the way is going to make it less targetable.
I hope you get a chance to do the Raging Demon. I really do.
I really
I'll
do.
And I
leave
hope you
it
get
with
to
it.
do the
So
Mage Hunter.
I will get
That
up
would be perfect.
from the ground.
That would be a life forces attack that is just grapple and.
I mean,
Akuma.
if it's hitting the opponent's soul, wouldn't that be like spirit?
I would, if I wanted to make it a real raging demon, I'd need some spirit, but I don't have spirit.
Akuma.
Yes.
The book can't go to the wood between the worlds.
Good to know.
I just tried.
So leave the knowledge here.
And I'm going to erect a force field around me.
Sure, roll me some forces.
That's some vulgar magic.
Well, it's invisible.
Yeah, it's not vulgar until someone pushes
Until
on
somebody
it.
pushes on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Or until a bird flies into it.
It's not that big. I'm not making it that big. And I'm not
Until a very targeted, angry,
Birds are
book-hating
very
bird.
much avoiding this area right now.
And I'm not a Disney princess, so it's very unlikely that they're going to try to land on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Though, hey, one could perch on top of the invisible force field.
1,
And
2,
one could
3,
be flying
4,
over and just decide to have some
5,
target practice.
6 successes.
Just splatter on an invisible force
this
field.
is-
Yeah, just so that nobody can shoot me anymore.
Well, you parse this out among yourselves. I'll be right back.
Are we done trying to kill Galadir? I say out loud.
Sorry. For now.
You're very lucky that my first instinct was not to lightning bolt you to death, because I didn't want your son to be an orphan.
Neither of you are helping your cases.
I didn't try to suck the life out of anybody.
I wanted the book.
All the great stories are about orphans, though.
It's true. If I want your son to grow up to be a legendary hero, I'll keep that in mind. Do you see where the mage hunter is?
He fled.
So, what was the present that Esmeen had for everyone else? I was a little busy.
Kumbaya, Mithard.
I will break every bone in your body.
So,
I noticed that the good doctor isn't here. I assume something happened at a hospital, orphanage, shopping mall, dog pound, veterinarian clinic,
It is.
or a random warehouse that required medical attention.
It is likely to assume that he is needed at the hospital for medical aid. She's had my men shoot themselves.
Are they alive?
For now. Several of them have minor gunshot wounds.
She's not very good at the whole following through on threats, then, is she?
No, but she has sealed her fate.
Good.
I just got a text. I didn't get it. Or I didn't understand it. She said, I pretty much say whatever it said. I can't remember exactly.
Along with anyone who would side with her against me.
So I note you still have your dog tags. I assume that means you've made a deal with Esmeen.
I haven't made any deal with Esme.
Well, you can't tell us she was controlling your mind because I dangled the dog tags again.
She wasn't controlling my mind. I think it was more my body than my mind. When I saw the book, I felt an urge that I had to get it. No matter what tried to stop me.
the mind and the body together. It's like the stories of old. The ancient curses, you know.
I don't believe you, but we'll operate under the assumption that you're telling the truth.
I can change ya. That's what I'll do. Handcuffs.
No.
Off with the handcuffs.
Looks like he's the one with handcuffs and Charles not.
I mean, if you have two pair of handcuffs, you should use the other one.
It's
Austin made a hand sign. I don't know what it
He's
means.
not good and we need to end the stream.
All right, cool. Well, hang on. I'm usurping the throne. Ha ha! I am the GM now.
Uh-oh.
Make
Where-
willpower rolls.
Where's your GM?
I can do that. I can make you some willpower rolls.
All of you make a willpower roll.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I got
7.
all of the wills. No, like legitimately, I rolled 6 on a willpower of 5.
4.
3.
On my willpower of
5.
7, I have 10.
Okay. 5, 10,
3.
3,
5?
5.
6.
Unfortunately, none of you rolled high enough to prevent the stream from ending. So, say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
I have more willpower than you.
I know.